available on the ECSU or slot 3?
Chris, they're coming from the battery that's in slot 3 right now. So you'll take both the scoops off the battery currently in slot 3.
Okay. The TA clamps are released.
Copy, Bob. You can demate the adapter plate connector from P4.
Hey, Bob, your lease tether is, I'll just, if you can pass me the scoop later on when you're done with it from your waste tether. Oh, you need that? It's over. Yeah, it's no rush. Just keep working. Your work is more important than these scoops.
Okay, Bob, I see you've got that demated. That's going to go to the adjacent lithium-ion battery. Just make sure the gap spanner stays clear of it inboard and get a good inspection on it, and let me know if you want the instructions for the twist in the cable. And Bob, I should mention you need to remove that connector cap first, so you can red to and remove that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm clear of that base tether off of that scoop, but I can use it for. Yeah, just keep with it. No big deal. All right, Jasmine, H2 on battery 6 is installed straight up.
Copy.
Looks like 3 o'clock.
Good install. And for H1, you'll be going to 10 o'clock. That should be down and slightly to the left.
All right. That'll be a little bit. I was using that scoop for a minute. J4 looks clear. And B4 looks clear. And the EMI-gram looks good. Can you say the words about the twist in the cable?
With the pins toward structure, you would want to rotate no more than 1 turn clockwise.
Now approaching 5 hours into today's spacewalk, running ahead of their timeline today, Cassidy and Benkin were able to tackle the first task planned for next Wednesday's second spacewalk to replace batteries for the S6 Truss's 1B channel. Having completed all of the planned tasks for this first spacewalk involving the removal of 3 aging nickel-hydrogen batteries from the Truss's integrated electronics assembly and installing 2 new lithium-ion batteries in the truss. The spacewalkers had time to remove a 4th nickel-hydrogen battery planned for next Wednesday's spacewalk and moved an adapter plate into the truss to await the installation of another new lithium-ion battery next Wednesday. Now they're moving on to the second task originally scheduled for next Wednesday.
I think that where that attachment point goes, I just used the battery that we attach the tube to push it along the side so it sticks up a little bit, but it won't interfere with the battery 6 to go on that adapter plate. Before is mated.
This second task will involve removing the 5th of 6 nickel hydrogen batteries, and we'll put it on an adapter plate.
Connector cap you removed can go on the adapter plate where you removed the cable.
Okay. The cap is reinstalled.
Copy that, Bob. And Chris, did you get that second scoop on H1 already?
I picked it up. I'm working my way there right now.
Copy that, Chris.
Going in, Joe. And there you go. H1, 10 o'clock, slightly down into the left.
A-firm. And Bob, we'll have you just hold still for a little bit, just looking at your met rates.
Okay. Jasmine, I can break work on H1 if you'd like me to.
Chris, hold one. We're talking it down here.
Okay. And then our cheat sheet out, it looks like one APFR comes over, one more. And one more spot. One more spot.
Okay.
And then we can get the battery out. Yep.
Chris and Bob, I'm back with you after a little handover. We'll take a glove, hap, and gauntlet check from both of you, and then Chris, your go to break torque on battery 6, but we're not going to go with the PGT yet. We're just discussing time down here.
Copy that. My gauntlets are in place. The hap is dry. Gloves, all the RTV is in good shape. Got a little more black smudge pieces, but the RTV is great shape.
Copy, Chris.
Hap is baseline. My gauntlets are up, and my gloves are still in pristine shape except for those smudges.
Copy, Bob. Okay. Okay, so Chris, with that, if you can make sure the gap spanner is clear of slot 4.
I thought you want me to leave 6 and go do that? I was about to break torque on H1 and H2.
Sorry, not 4. Just, break torque first, so you can go to H1.
On H1, battery 6.
A-firm, you'll confirm the socket tape line's flush, and you can break torque less than 1 turn.
Socket tape's flush, it was about 1/8 of a turn.
Copy. You can go to H2, and Chris, can you report the serial number when you get a chance?
Yeah, just give me a second. Battery 6, serial number 009090.
Copy, that's a good serial number.
Is inserted to the tape.
Copy, Chris, you go to break torque on H2.
Strong one. Quarter of a turn. It's broken. Torque's broken, rather. That was the most significant torque breakage I felt.
Copy that, Chris.
This one.
And Bob, how are you feeling? Your met rates are starting to come back down.
I feel fine. I didn't notice that my met rate was high, so I feel fine. I just don't. You guys must be managing CO2 or NOx.
Copy. Okay. If that's the case, then we can pick up and continue with moving battery 6 to slot 4. Okay. So that being said, if we can make sure the gap spanner is clear for the battery install onto the adapter plate in slot 4. And then, Bob, you can ingress the APFR.
Okay, copy. We'll check the APFR settings. Looks before that.
And then I'll be on the other side of you after you get in.
Copy.
And Bob, it's up to you if you want to roll the APFR first or ingress and then roll it. But if you want to roll it first, we're looking at a setting of delta.
Copy. I'll roll it first, just because I think the wrong things are in front of it for ingress.
Yeah, but I didn't hear a 5-hour PET update. Did I miss it?
We're about to give you one, Chris.
Copy. The torque's broken, Bob. It's just straight to the PG.
Thank you.
Okay, and Chris and Bob, we're 5 hours into the EVA now. Living and consumables MEDOX on Bob at 640, and we think we can finish this up, clean up, and be in the airlock by around 6:15.
Okay, copy all. Thank you.
And Chris, if you can verify the PGT with the hex drivers clear of the slot 6 install location, and that the adapter plate connector cable is clear of slot 4.
Let that be forward work for me because a little far away. I'll make sure that's the case though.
Okay.
Hey, I've ingressed the APFR.
Copy, Bob. So you can check the ingress aid is tucked and tethers are clear.
Verified stowed. And my tethers are clear, except for the one I think I'm going to need to attach.
And yeah, Chris, we're looking for your ret on the battery tether point.
Okay.
This ret is on the battery tether point.
Copy. Chris, you can hand your PGT with a 6-inch to Bob. Bob's settings are alpha 7, counter 2.
Okay, alpha 7, counter 2.
Copy. You'll be going to H1.
H1.
A-firm, looking for 8 turns. And Chris, you can reposition to the radiator side of the IAA for that battery transfer.
Okay,
Let's think about this for a sec because the way my red is.
Copy.
To move now, Bob, before you start driving?
Yeah, let's, I'll give you your ret back.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Probably want to take the PGT with you during your relocation.
Absolutely. Have it.
Got it. You built your little nest and now you got to relocate it.
I had the perfect nest going on. Okay. So maybe to your left? Or out straight along this hand?
I think you need to go straight along that handrail, otherwise our tethers are going
to get
kind of a mess.
Yeah. You move it over.
The crew is now moving to the second get-ahead task, originally scheduled for the spacewalk next Wednesday. The crew will remove the 5th of 6 nickel hydrogen batteries and will put it on an adapter plate. So this will be moving battery number 6 to slot number 4.
Got it?
I got it.
Oh, my feet are over your head.
Copy.
Keep coming back down.
Want to fairly
All right,
your tether.
I'll put that up on that.
Maybe that's one use for those overhanging handrails. You can find a convenient one.
I'll use these wires since we got them out here. Okay. We're lead.
Thank you. I'll need your rect.
Get re-nested here.
Are you going to go on your BRT or are you going to go?
Let's see, just for now. Then you're going to pass it to me to your left hip.
Yes. Yeah. Then I'll have to egress the APFR, so it might be too close.
Well, this is not the permanent one. This is just the
copy.
The DGT one.
Your ret is to the battery tether point.
Okay, PGT coming out. I don't know which side.
I've got it.
Got it?
Okay.
I might want to lock this one.
Okay. Roger that.
Bob, you're looking for Alpha 7 counter 2.
She's definitely coming in broken. Understand Alpha 7 counter 2
A-firm.
H1.
A-firm, you'll confirm the socket tape line flush, looking for about 8 turns.
The socket tape line is flush. You copy me loud and clear, Chris?
I do, yep, absolutely.
Okay, she's just coming in broken.
Yeah. It might be this spot on the structure.
Yeah.
That is where I keep having the issues.
Okay. Here we go on H1. Indicators moving. There's 8 turns. Verified unlocked on the indicator.
Copy, same settings, Alpha 7 counter 2 for H2. You'll confirm the tape line's flush, approximately 19 turns.
Copy. Yeah, I can't see the indicator. Can you see the indicator, Chris?
Give me a sec.
Oh, no, I got it. This was, it looked the same color. Okay, thanks for your light. There we go.
I like the valves in Dragon. Done with the PGT?
No, I bumped it to off. There we go.
See it jacking out.
I see the indicator moving.
It's kind of low in your work envelope.
Yeah, it's kind of like that tape is also getting,
yeah, there's a slight angle to the wobble.
this is not a good body position for that install.
Oh, yeah. Jasmine, we have you? Radio check?
Yeah, affirm. And would an additional roll on the APFR help?
No, I think we've got the bolt released. The gauge 2 is just really low in the work envelope. In this APFR setting, it probably was expected.
Yeah.
So there's a different APFR config, but I think roll's not going to be enough.
Copy. And you said status indicators unlocked, and how many turns?
18 turns, and the status indicator was unlocked, and it clicked up there 2 or 3 times.
Copy. You can hand the PD2 back to Chris to stow on a swing arm, and can remove the battery and hand it off to Chris, looking to hand H2 outboard.
Copy. Let me know when you're ready for it, Chris.
All right, I'm going to BRT down.
And Chris will be holding it for the APFR roll.
Yes, sir, I'm ready. And a good config.
Here comes.
Just watch my safety tether, it popped off. Yeah, the edge. Your ingress aid.
Thank you.
Yep.
You've got H2.
I have H2 and I have control of the battery.
Okay. Got control of the battery. And I've got to roll across where you are here, so I'll do my best here. We're going to the adaptive plate location.
Affirm in slot 4. And Bob, just make sure you also check your ingress aids tucked before that roll.
Copy.
You can use me to translate if you need. I'm secure.
The roll is complete.
Copy, Bob. Before taking the battery back, if you can just make sure the gap spanner and ingress aid are clear for the install to slot 4.
The gap spanner is clear. That's the thing about the ingress aid. If you tuck it well enough, it's hard to see. Verified that the ingress aid is tucked as well.
Copy, and as you take the battery back, you're going to want to end up with H2 in your left hand.
Get back there somewhere. There you go.
Okay. And back.
You have it.
I have the battery.
You have control of the battery.
Okay.
Let it go.
Okay, Bob, once your alignment's good, you go to soft dock that battery onto H2.
Copy.
Again, the crew has removed the 5th of 6 nickel hydrogen batteries.
You need any help with that cable over there, or you got it?
I think the cable is good.
Okay. G2's clear here. a little bit misaligned. There you go.
The crew will now fix the battery on an adapter plate. Again, this will be moving battery number 6 to slot number 4.
Okay. I believe we're soft docked.
I think so.
Okay, copy. With that, Chris, you can hand off your PGT with the 6-inch. Bob, settings are alpha 7, clockwise 2.
Clockwise 2. Okay, the PGT. And the Velcro strap again.
And you'll be going to H2. Confirm the socket tape line flush, looking for 16 to 17 turns.
The socket tape line is flush. Understand 16 to 17 turns. And Rick, Chris, let me know if you can see it. Right, checking in.
Roger that.
Ready?
Ready. Didn't quite tell. I think I see it going down. Yep, confirmed, going down.
There's 16 and a quarter turns, green light 9.2.
Copy, and same settings, alpha 7, clockwise 2 for H1.
Copy.
And Bob, status indicator was locked on H2, correct?
Status indicator shows locked on H2.
Copy, thanks.
Another low work envelope.
Yeah.
Copy. And you're looking for 4 to 5.5 turns.
Well, there's a little bit better body position because it's not right in front of your mini workstation.
Oh, yeah.
Green light, 9.4 on the torque, and 4 and a quarter turns. The indicator shows locked.
Okay, copy. Good install. You can transfer the PGT back to Chris to stow on his swing arm, and you can release the ret.
Copy.
Thanks.
Okay, Chris has the PGT, and the ret is released.
Copy, and big picture with that. We're done with the install, and we're going to move into cleanup.
Okay, copy.
Okay, so cleanup is bag inventory basically, does, or do you have something else to do as well?
We're going to have Chris move some scoops from the battery in slot 4 to the battery in slot 5, and then he'll retrieve the camera and head back to the ORU bag to stow the ORU, or stow the camera and GoPro, and then inventory everything. And you will be cleaning up the stowing the hex driver back on the pit pin in the crew lock bag, and cleaning up the crew lock bag.
Okay, copy.
Copy.
Ready for the scoop?
You bet.
And as you just heard, the crew has finished their tasks for the day. 2 of those tasks were get-ahead tasks originally planned for next Wednesday's second spacewalk to replace batteries for the S6 Truss's 1B channel. In summary today, the crew removed 5 of the 6 aging nickel-hydrogen batteries, installed 2 of the 3 lithium-ion batteries, and moved 2 of the 3 adapter plates into the S6 1B channel.
All right, good news.
And we just received news that both of the lithium-ion batteries are both up and running and in good shape.
Copy, thanks, Chris.
That was with the wire tie.
Chris, it looks like your safety tether is not retracting right now.
Yeah, I noticed that. Let me give a body position and I'll look at the Ircum. Is it wrapped around me?
Kind of, it has some dynamics with it right now. It's not wrapped around you anymore.
Okay, copy. The reel had gotten bumped or locked. Feel it reeling in.
Okay, it looks good now.
Look good? Yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
And, Jaws, do I head to the crew lock bag?
A from Bob, you'll head to the crew lock bag, stow the hex driver on the pit pin RET, and then you can retrieve your PGT with the RET series and the adjustable and put it back on your swing arm.
I have stowed the ingress 8 flat to the boot plate.
Copy, Bob, thanks.
And tucked it down as well.
Down, right?
A from Chris, both are at 9 o'clock down on battery 5.
Copy that. H2 scoop is installed, working on H1 scoop.
Copy, Chris.
H1 scoop installed and locked, straight down.
Copy, Chris. And Chris, we'll have you retrieve the camera, and if you don't mind, could you take some closeout photos of the IEA before you head back to your ORU bag?
Camera and closeout photos. You got it.
Thank you.
And as you pass by there, Chris, could you release that adjustable from the scoop?
Yeah. Clear to let it go?
Yes. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, Jaws, I have retrieved the 9-inch X socket. It's on the pit pin, and it's a good tug test. I'm retrieving the PGT at this time.
Copy, Bob. And as you put that on your swing arm, if you could just report the tethers on the PGT to us.
Okay. Two rets in series and adjustable on the PGT.
Copy, Bob. Sounds good. And whenever you're ready, we can take an inventory of the crew lock bag if Chris is good with his forward steps.
Yep, I have the camera on my possession. I'm taking closeout photos now. And I think when I'm done with the photos, I head towards my bag.
Yep, A-firm. You'll head back, stow that camera as well as the GoPro into the ORU bag, and then we'll take your inventory once you're ready as well.
Okay, copy all.
Okay, I have a rat series connected to the ratchet wrench with a wobble socket and a palm bar in the crew lock bag.
Copy.
Yeah, Bob, I do not like this button on the camera.
Yeah.
I push probably 3 times more than I actually trigger a picture.
I have 3 integral rets to adjustable tethers.
Copy.
I have a ret to a trash bag, and then another 2 rets that connect to the small trash bag. I've got a gap spanner combo that is on a ret, and the second gap spanner combo is to the internal ret.
Copy.
And I have the long duration tie down tether to a ring inside of the crew lock bag, and I have the 9-inch hex, the pit pin on a ret. Anything else you need?
That's everything inside.
Outside after I close it up, if that's okay. Okay.
Yep, that's everything on the inside, Bob, and then whenever you're ready, we'll get the outside.
Okay.
Pictures taken, parting the IEA.
Now approaching 5.5 hours into today's spacewalk, recapping some milestones from today. Chris Cassidy and Bob Behnken were assisted in the Quest airlock this morning by NASA astronaut Doug Hurley and Russian cosmonaut Ivan Wagner, who helped the spacewalkers get suited up and run through various checks before stepping out into the vacuum of space. Doug Hurley closed the hatch at 5:46 a.m. Central Time this morning to begin depressurization. After depressurization, Chris Cassidy and Bob Behnken's suits were placed on internal battery power, officially marking the start of today's spacewalk at 6:32 a.m. Central Time. Following the official start of the spacewalk, Cassidy and Behnken translated to the work site to begin the work to finish power upgrades on the International Space Station. Running ahead of the timeline today, Cassidy and Behnken were also able to tackle the first task planned for next Wednesday's second spacewalk to replace the batteries for the S6 Truss's 1B channel, having completed all of the planned tasks for this first spacewalk involving the removal of 3 aging nickel-hydrogen batteries from the Truss's integrated electronics assembly and installing 2 new lithium-ion batteries in the truss. The spacewalkers had time to remove a 4th nickel-hydrogen battery planned for next Wednesday's spacewalk and moved an adapter plate into the truss to await the installation of another new lithium-ion battery next Wednesday.
The main thing is the doors need to be against structure, and it needs to be snug enough that it won't be able to spin outward.
And the second get-ahead task, originally scheduled for the spacewalk next Wednesday, the crew removed the fifth of 6 nickel-hydrogen batteries and put it on an adapter plate, moving battery number 6 to slot number 4. In summary, the crew removed 5 of the 6 aging nickel-hydrogen batteries, installed 2 of the 3 lithium-ion batteries, and moved 2 of the 3 adapter plates into the S6 1B channel. Both new lithium-ion batteries are up and running and in good shape. The crew now is running through some final cleanup procedures before heading back into the International Space Station.
Okay. Ret in series to the ratchet wrench with a 9-inch set installed on the ratchet and a palm wheel.
Copy.
Ret to an adjustable with a 2-puller and a pry bar.
Copy.
Ret with my trash bag. Ret with my trash bag, comm check.
Okay, copy. Ret to your trash bag.
An extra adjustable.
Copy.
A ret and a ret with a pit pin on standby for nothing on them.
Copy.
Ret in series GT number 8, which is in the off position. It does have a PGT battery, and it has a 9-inch hex head at the end of it.
Copy. And does that have an adjustable equipment tether on it?
It does, yep. Thank you.
Copy.
And I'm going to have to add another tether. This bag kind of can just spin.
Okay, Bob, so you're going to take one of the adjustables off your wrist?
Correct.
Copy.
A camera with a ret and an L bracket
Copy.
in the bag. And I'm going to carry the GoPro on me. GoPro has a ret.
Okay, copy, Chris. We are seeing that's everything inside the bag. Whenever you're ready, you can get the tethers on the outside.
Okay, stand by. ET, Jasmine?
534.
34, copy.
Okay, Jasmine, I have a additional adjustable for my right wrist that's going to the PFCS tether point, and that keeps it towards the battery underneath the crew lock bag.
Okay, copy that, Bob. And with that, if that crew lock bag looks good to you, you can retrieve your green hook.
Copy.
Okay, the GoPro is on my mini workstation.
Copy that, Chris.
My next action is to bundle, get the BRG on the ORU bag.
Yeah, and Chris, we just need, what tethers are on the outside of the ORU bag?
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. There's one normal adjustable and one large small adjustable.
Okay, that's a good check, and yep, you can put that on your BRT now.
Still hanging out, Bob? Wait.
I'm just hanging out.
Copy.
I'm going to come down there a little bit further, past the APFR here. I think we've done enough for one day. Agreed.
You've done a lot more than we're expecting.
And I am tethered in my BRT, releasing the external.
And Chris, once you've got that in a good position on our BRT, you can retrieve your green hook.
Okay, copy.
And Bob, you already got your green hook, is that correct?
I did get my green hook.
Copy, thanks.
It's closed onto my red reel. What are we flying over right now, Josh?
Okay, so with that, you can both start translating towards the airlock. We've got a handover in about 30 seconds. So Bob, just a reminder as you head inboard to press the CETA brake release twice.
Copy the CETA brakes.
All right.
Paddles 2 times. Hey, safety tether treating you okay there?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're in a short handover period between satellites right now, but should be regaining that communication with the crew here shortly. Again, the crew is just finishing up some cleanup procedures before they head back into the International Space Station.
Translation path without a battery or a adapter plate.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Bob and Chris,
Green hook is. Yep.
oh, just saying I was back with you. Go ahead, Chris.
Green hook is picked up. And
copy.
now I think it's go time.
Yep, Chris, you can lead back in. Bob, can you check the load alleviating straps on your safety tethers? We're not sure which one, but someone thought they saw something. It's number 29. We just don't know which color that is.
Looks okay to me. I don't know if you can something else to see on there or not. Did they think they saw?
And Bob, as long as you confirm you see no red showing on number 29, safety tethers load alleviating strap, we're good.
Yeah, there's no red on number 29. There's a red stripe on it, but that's on the outside of the whole buildup.
Okay, stand by. Okay, Bob, it is on the one that's coming back in, so we'll take a closer look at it afterwards inside.
Okay.
EV1 on the Cetus search.
Okay, Chris, you'll be putting in a rich man fair lead at handrail 3409.
Three 3409. That's in the anchor hooks.
Sorry, Chris, I thought I see you're now, you called the CETA cart, not the CETA spur. That's at the top of the CETA spur.
Copy that.
And Bob, reminder for you to hit the brake releases on the inboard brake release of each of the CETA carts.
Copy that.
Going under the inboard CETA cart.
Copy, Chris.
Base 1.
Copy, Chris. And as you get to S0, again, that handrail is 3409.
3409. It's the long one at the top of the CETA spur.
A-firm.
Recall correctly. Copy that.
And so you'll put a rich man in there and then weave your tether down the port row of handrails on the CETA spur.
Copy all.
The brake pedal is released 2 times on the starboard.
Copy, Bob.
2 times on the port. The cart.
Copy that, Bob.
Jasmine, unhook on 3413. That's too high, right? I need to go down.
Hey, firm, Chris, yeah, it's the top handrail of the Cedar Spur, 3409.
Sorry about that.
And Bob, as you get over to S0, you'll be putting in a rich man fair lead at 3410. The adjustable should already be there for it.
Good job.
Be just a sec, Bob. Sorry to hold you up.
No worries, Chris. My comm is a little bit quiet. It created during the translation coming here.
Okay.
Copy that, Bob.
I do hear you, so.
All right, Jasmine. One hook of the adjustable is on 3409. Wraps around the cable and back onto the D-ring of the adjustable.
Okay, copy. That sounds good, Chris. And as you head down the Cedar Spur, you'll weave your safety tether down the port row of handrails.
Copy that. Bob, as you come down, if it pops off, if my tether pops off, can you ID it up?
Yeah, I'll try to get back up there.
Making the transition to the airlock toolboxes.
Copy, Chris. And your go to open the hatch thermal cover.
And the thermal cover is now open.
Copy. You can stow your ORU bag in the airlock and attach your waist tether to the airlock D-ring extender.
Okay, copy. U bag is tethered inside the airlock.
Copy.
Okay, I've got a rich man spare lead at 3410.
Copy that, Bob. You can head down towards the airlock, and you will not be putting in any more fair leads.
All right, I confirm my right D-ring extender has a waist tether, which is gate closed and locked on both ends. The big hook is connected to the airlock D-ring extender.
Copy that, Chris. With that, you will be taking your green hook to the aft external airlock D-ring. Just make sure you tether to it first.
I'm going to the aft, copy the tethering.
Affirm.
Tethered to my green hook. Green hook on the aft. Locked it. I can pick up my yellow hook if you're ready.
Copy, and Chris, just check the reel's unlocked, and then you can release your yellow hook and stow it on your mini workstation.
The reel is unlocked and going for the yellow.
Copy.
I'm at the airlock toolboxes.
Copy, Bob. You'll also be attaching your waist tether to the airlock D-ring extender.
Copy. Coming underneath Chris to put my waist tether in.
Copy that.
Closed and locked onto the D-ring extender.
Copy, and the end on you is also closed and locked.
Verified closed and locked to my D-ring extender as well.
Copy, good config, Bob. With that, you can tether to your green hook, and then you'll be attaching it to the forward external airlock D-ring.
Copy. I think I don't need to tether to it. I can just take the green hook over. I guess I could just string out. I'll tether to it. Thank you for reminding me.
I've made that mistake before.
My green hook is closed onto the forward ring.
Copy, and copy, hook's locked and reel unlocked.
The reel is unlocked and the hook is locked.
Okay, with that, Bob, you can release your yellow hook and stow it on your mini workstation, and then you're go to ingress the airlock.
Okay. Yellow hook's coming off. On my mini workstation. Tether is really taut. This one, not much slack left in it.
Not much left.
Copy, and that is expected.
Hey, Jasmine, we know it takes a village to pull this off, and obviously the people in the control center are lion's share of that team, but Bob and I also want to give credit to the folks that keep Building 30 and the Mission Control Center open during this crazy, interesting time where everything has to be cleaned and sanitized multiple times a day. So special shout out to the custodial staff at the Johnson Space Center, in particular Building 30. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, Chris.
And we heard it was Kirk Shireman's final day at NASA, and just want to thank him for his service as well. I'm sure we'll run into him in his future line of work. Thank you, Uncle Kirk.
Ready for me, Bob?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Thermal cover closed.
Copy. Thermal cover is closed. With that, you can both remove your SUs from their pouches, remove your DCM cover and the Velcro to the DCM, and connect your SUs to the DCM.
Copy all, in work.
And Doug Hurley inside the equipment lock section of the airlock, waiting for the 2 spacewalkers to get back inside today.
SCU closed in lock 382.
Copy, Bob.
Closed in lock BV1.
Copy, Chris. Note for both of you, TCV setting of 8. Max cold minimizes time for SCU cooling. With that, you can switch your water off or forward. Expect an H2O is off message.
BV1, water off with a message.
B2, water is off. The message.
Copy. We'll hold for 2 minutes. Caution, do not close hatch until EMU water is off for 2 minutes.
Copy.
Enough room, Chris?
Yeah, I got oodles of room, actually. How about you?
That's funny. Sorry, anything I need to pull up that's...
No? Can you reach your right safer handle about half an inch up?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Thank you.
Okay, it's been 2 minutes. Chris, you can verify the outer hatch is clear of hardware and the handle is positioned per the hatch decal.
Okay. Outer hatch is clear.
Copy.
Ready to close.
And handle per decal, and then you can close and lock it.
Copy that.
That's why we don't like all those things.
Yeah, exactly. All right, double checking around the hatch. Everything looks good. I'm cranking latch direction.
Copy.
And locking the tab. Tab's locked. Hatch is locked.
Copy. Hatch is closed and locked. Both of you can, Bob, on the UIA, check the oxygen EMU 1 and 2 valves. 2 of them are open.
Oxygen, EMU 1 and 2 valves are verified open.
Okay, Bob, switch power EV1 and 2 to on.
Power EV1 is on with the EMU LED, and power EV2 is on with the EMU LED.
Copy. Check power EV1 and 2 volts.
18.6 and 18.6.
Copy. Good voltage. Both of you on your DCM, switch power to SCU. Expect a warning tone.
EV1. Power SCU.
EV2. Power is SCU.
Copy, and with that, we're complete with the pre-repress. Great work today, guys. I'll hand it back over to Doug for the crew lock repress.
Thanks, Jasmine.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Thanks. It was great working with both of you.
Okay, guys, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Okay, on your DCM, go to actuator to press.
For EV2, O2 position is press.
Realize I rely on my left mirror for this one. EV1 in press.
Copy in press, and could you check the EV hatch MPEP closed?
EV hatch MPEP is confirmed closed.
Copy closed. Okay, next I'm going to start to throttle the IV hatch equalization valve. Expect an alert tone, and just to give me a call if it's too much or too little. I'll just crack it initially, and then we'll take it from there, and I'll just go on your call.
Copy.
Copy.
Okay, here we go. That's halfway between off and norm. You guys are good with it? I'll take it all the way to norm.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, the comm is really weak for me. I don't know if you can hear me.
I've got you loud and clear.
Got you loud and clear, Bob. How me?
And repressurization is officially underway, marking the official end time for today's spacewalk at 12:39 p.m. Central Time, bringing the spacewalk total time to 6 hours and 7 minutes.
Yeah, you're coming across loud and clear.
Repress rate is good for me.
Good for me as well.
You're in norm.
Repress rate is still good for me.
Good for you.
We're at norm. We'll leave it there.
I can tell you're talking, but I can't hear you.
Is any better?
Repress rate is good.
Good for me as well. Bob, can you hear me?
Repress rate is still good for me. Good rate.
Good rate for EV-1C.
Good rate. Okay, I stopped it at 5.0, and we're waiting 2 minutes for crew lock pressure to stabilize.
Copy.
Okay, I understand that you're pausing at 5 psi for a leak check.
Good copy. we've waited 2 minutes. We're recording the crew lock pressure, then we'll wait another minute and just double check.
Copy.
Hey, Houston, airlock looks like a good leak check. I'm going to proceed to step 8.
And we concur, good leak check.
Okay, gents, check your glove heaters off.
Glove heaters off. Hey, Doug, I think you're down to step 8. My glove heaters are off.
Yes, Bob, that's right.
Step 9, check gloves for contamination.
No contamination for EV2.
And no contamination for EV1. A little bit of black smudge, that's it.
Okay, copy that. On your DCMs, O2 actuator to IV.
O2 actuator to IV.
Copy, O2 actuator coming to IV.
Copy both in IV. I'm going to take the IV hatch equalization valve slowly back to normal, and we'll take it down to, basically take it down to equalization. Expect an alert tone at the DPDT at 0.
So are you step 11?
The spacewalk today was the 228th spacewalk in support of International Space Station assembly and maintenance. The official end time of today's spacewalk came at 12:39 p.m. Central Time, bringing today's spacewalk to 6 hours and 7 minutes. It was the 7th spacewalk for Space Station Commander Chris Cassidy, bringing his total spacewalk time to 37 hours and 21 minutes. The spacewalk today was also the 7th for NASA astronaut Bob Behnken, bringing his total spacewalk time to 43 hours and 40 minutes. The 228th spacewalk brings a total time of 1,434 hours and 33 minutes, which is the equivalent of 59 days, 18 hours, and 33 minutes of spacewalking time in support of International Space Station assembly and maintenance. The new lithium-ion batteries that were involved in the spacewalks today and will be involved in the spacewalk next Wednesday and again in the mid-July timeframe were carried to orbit on the last of the Japanese cargo ships, HTV-9, in May for installation into the integrated electronics assembly on the Starboard 6 truss. These battery power upgrades began in January of 2017 with a pair of spacewalks for the Starboard 4 truss power channels. They continued in March of 2019 with a pair of spacewalks for the Port 4 truss power channels, and most recently continued in October of last year with 4 spacewalks to upgrade the power channels on the Port 6 truss of the station. Today the crew went all the way to the other end of the truss to begin the work to finish these power upgrades. In all, when the work is completed next month, 48 older nickel-hydrogen batteries will have been replaced by 24 new lithium-ion batteries.
Falcon 1 for Delta is the first EVA first touch procedure.
Yes.
All right, heads up, when you're working the first step procedure, before step 4, we'll need Bob to move his comm to alt.
Okay, copy that.
You want me to go to alt now, Doug?
Negative. Before we get to step 4 in the post-EVA, so hold on for now.
Copy. Your comm is coming back now. Chris, have you been able to hear me the whole time?
Yeah, the whole time, loud and clear.
Yeah, you're loud and clear now.
Oh, okay.
I got you loud and clear, Bob.
I've got you loud and clear as well. I'm Nichols on the comm cap.
It's a good nickel. All right, we should be getting close.
Here, Bob, I'm going to give you your waist tether.
Okay, anybody get the EV alert tone DPDT?
Mine just says O2 position IV.
Yeah, we get a little tone every time it clicks through, like I clicked on the airline fee or something, but not
nothing that was...
happens so often you hardly notice it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, looks like we're pretty well equalized. Houston, if you can confirm, we're ready to open the hatch.
We agree with you. We're stable pressure, go to open the hatch.
And you can see now Yvonne Wagner on the right side of your screen is doing the work to begin opening the hatch to greet the two spacewalkers back into the Quest airlock. And the hatch is now opening.
station on 1 for Bob. This would be a good time to go to alt.
Spacewalk on 1, we're at step 3. Do you want Bob to take his comm off now?
Affirm, comm on alt for Bob.
Okay, and I've got him loud and clear, so I can take my comm to alt. And Houston, comm check from EV2 on alt low.
We have you loud and clear. How else?
I have you loud and clear. I have you the same as I did just a minute ago on Fry.
Copy that.
Hey, Houston, if you're good with the step 4, we'll go ahead and proceed to safer dock.
Okay, Doug, yeah, Bob will stay on alt, and Doug, yes, we'll pick up step 4. You're go for step 7. Copy, thumbs up.
You'll need to release some of the, one of these, the self-train music.
And moving through the hatch now is Bob Bankin, again wearing the suit bearing no stripes. Yvonne Wagner has removed Bob Bankin's safer jetpack. And the crew will now work to move Chris Cassidy through the hatchway. And Russian cosmonaut Anatoly Ivanishin is now in the bottom left side of your screen, popping in to say hello to the crew as they come back in to the International Space Station.
Station on 1 for the airlock with a request for photos.
Go ahead.
Hey Doug, can you take photos of the load alleviating strap on peanut number 29? We see this red line there. I think you just put it in the crew lock.
Take care of it.
Thank you. Двадцать девять.
Hey, W, did we do that after we get the guys out of the suits?
Certainly, yeah, just on your to-do list.
Bob Bankin and Chris Cassidy's gloves have now been removed. They'll now move to remove their helmets.
And Doug, on one, can we check Bob's Snoopy cap, see for moisture inside and if the embeds are in place?
Yeah, he's looking at it right now. Yeah, it looks like a fair amount of moisture in both ear cups if I'm making an assessment.
Okay, thanks. And are the embeds in place, those little stickers?
Yeah, the embeds are in place.
Okay, thanks.
Recapping some milestones from today, Chris Cassidy and Bob Bankin were assisted in the Quest airlock this morning by NASA astronaut Doug Hurley and Russian cosmonaut Ivan Wagner, who helped the spacewalkers get suited up and run through various checks before stepping out into the vacuum of space. Doug Hurley closed the hatch at 5:46 a.m. Central Time this morning to begin depressurization. After depressurization, Chris Cassidy and Bob Bankin's suits were placed on internal battery power, officially marking the start of today's spacewalk at 6:32 a.m. Central Time. Chris Cassidy's mirror on his left wrist became detached on his way out of the hatch, and there was no risk to the crew or the spacewalk. Cassidy was still able to use the mirror on his right wrist for the duration of the spacewalk today with no issues. Following the official start of the spacewalk, Cassidy and Bankin translated to the work site on the station's starboard 6 truss to begin the work to finish power upgrades on the International Space Station. Running ahead of their timeline today, Cassidy and Bankin were also able to tackle the first and second task planned for next Wednesday's second spacewalk to replace batteries for the S6 truss's 1B channel. Having completed all of the planned tasks for the first spacewalk involving the removal of 3 aging nickel-hydrogen batteries from the truss's integrated electronics assembly and installing 2 new lithium-ion batteries in the truss, the spacewalkers had some time to remove a 4th nickel-hydrogen battery planned for next Wednesday's spacewalk and move an adapter plate into the truss to await the installation of another new lithium-ion battery next Wednesday.
Interlock on 1 for Doug with one more request.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so Safer 18, the one that the Bub had, so we heard a report that the right handle was partly out and pushed back in. Can you just check that the door is fully closed and basically the status of the right side of Safer 18?
Okay, we'll take a look. Just an airlock on 1. The right side of Safer 18 looks fine. Door is closed. No issue whatsoever.
Okay, thanks for the status.
In summary, the crew today removed 5 of the 6 aging nickel-hydrogen batteries, installed 2 of the 3 new lithium-ion batteries, and moved 2 of the 3 adapter plates into the S6 1B channel. Both new lithium-ion batteries are up and running and in good shape. Our coverage of the 288th spacewalk in support of International Space Station assembly and maintenance will end here, but we'll see you back here on Wednesday, July 1st for the next in a series of these battery replacement spacewalks. Coverage will begin at 5 a.m. Central Time, 6 a.m. Eastern. Once again, Cassidy and Bankin will go out to complete the first of 2 power channels left to be upgraded on the International Space Station. With Chris Cassidy and Bob Bankin safely back inside the station, that'll wrap up our coverage for today. This is Mission Control Houston.